Hi there, my name is Kim, and I've spent the past year experimenting with ways to lower my blood pressure through habit formation. In 2021, I lowered my blood pressure from the American Heart Association's designation of type 2 hypertension to an elevated range, which is just above the normal range. I did this without the use of medication. This year, I'm using videos to share what I learned with you. So come along with me as I experiment with ways to follow my heart and save it from disease. I love watching what I eat in a day videos. They are great for inspirational purposes. They're great for meal planning purposes. It's good to help get you out of a food rut, which I often find myself in. But when I went looking for inspiration based solely on heart healthy habits, I wasn't able to find a whole lot. There are a lot of videos that were created by doctors and hospitals that discuss things like that, but I was looking for a real person, for someone I could follow and find out exactly what they do to implement healthy habits into their routine. This is the beauty of what I eat in a day videos, being able to see a real person doing this in their real life and knowing that you can do it too. So while there are plenty of what I eat in a day videos for weight loss or lifestyles like paleo or vegan or keto, there weren't a whole lot that focused specifically on heart disease. Perhaps this is because the average YouTuber is younger than me and doesn't really have to worry about heart disease problems yet. So here I am, filling in the Gen X hole on YouTube. Let's see how this goes, shall we?
I woke up a little later than usual today. It's New Year's Day. Happy New Year. The Omicron variant kept us at home this year, so we just watched the new Matrix movie and then the formidable Billy Porter dropping the ball in New Orleans. And then we popped some bubbly on our back porch and watched our neighbors' fireworks. Then I went to bed right after that. However, at 3 a.m., my husband woke me up because one of our cats was missing. These are quarantine cats rescued in 2020, and they are keenly tethered to my children's souls. So my oldest son was frantic with worry when this guy, Pumpkin, went missing. And you know I can't sleep through that. So we found the cat, and it turned out well, but the adrenaline produced in that moment kept me up for quite a while. So here I am, rolling out of bed at 8 a.m., which for me is actually pretty late. Like many of you, my first move in the morning is toward the coffee maker. And you should not feel ashamed about that. I'm going to link to a recent study from the Mayo Clinic discussing how initial studies touting the dangers of coffee didn't actually take into account the fact that those who drank the coffee also generally smoked and led sedentary lifestyles. When newer studies adjusted for those factors, some health benefits were revealed. And one of the most recent studies actually concluded that filtered coffee is actually good for you. So there's our proof. So I don't count calories or macros. I try to stick mostly to whole foods, but I don't deprive myself of anything I want. I did all that deprivation and negative self-talk for years, and I'm done with that. Food brings me so much joy. And what is the point of saving my heart for my future self if I'm not going to have that joy, if I'm not going to have fun with it? Research aside, coffee is one of those things that really does bring me true joy. I literally sniff the fresh ground beans in the morning and I can feel my shoulders relaxing. Now, am I sniffing because I'm addicted? Probably. Because it's a stimulant? Likely. But it still makes me feel calm. And the warm beverage itself is so good. It's so comforting, helps keep me calm. warms me from the inside out. I just love it. I actually think it's possible that whatever you put in your coffee can potentially be more unhealthy than the coffee itself. So what I'm using today is unsweetened almond milk, which has calcium and vitamin E, maple syrup, which has calcium, potassium, iron, zinc, manganese. I promise I wiped down the maple syrup bottle after this. And today I'm adding some collagen peptides. I use this for my joints. I have a trick knee that I like to think of as an old tennis or softball injury, but right now the knee situation is not great. I think I might have possibly torn my meniscus. So part of my self-care in the past few days has been adding this collagen to my coffee in the mornings, which in the past I've found has a nice lubricating quality in my joints. If the idea of putting maple syrup in your coffee sounds weird, I totally get that. I thought it was weird at first too. I got this idea from Lisa Leek from 100 Days of Real Food, and trust me when I say, don't knock it until you tried it. I should note that I use less than a tablespoon because it sweetens so well. It's really easy to overdo it. So start with just a little and work your way up if you're going to try it, or else you'll end up with something that's way too sweet. I should also note that I'm talking about real, legit maple syrup tapped from a tree. I am not talking about the pancake syrup we all used back in the 90s. So this morning, I took my coffee to the sofa, which I have set up to prop up my leg. I have my laptop and a book here. Just last night, I finished reading All These Warriors by Amy Tintera. So good. I loved it. But now I'm going to sit here and I'm going to do some writing of my own, and I'm going to enjoy my morning cup of coffee. At around 11 a.m., I was ready for something to eat. So what I'm having today is some leftover cheese and fruit from this cheese plate that we had last night to celebrate New Year's Eve. To make it substantial, I'm also going to add some eggs to it. Eggs have a host of vitamins and minerals: protein, vitamin A, folate, all the B vitamins, selenium, which acts as an antioxidant. I make mine with butter and salt and pepper. I'm also going to have some of those grapes, which are flavanol rich. Flavonoids are compounds that can act as antioxidants. And then I decided to get really crazy and have half of a sourdough English muffin and some guacamole on top of that, because I was just feeling it. I was really needing to eat. I was hungry. So avocados have vitamin K, folate, vitamin C, potassium. It's also a healthy fat that helps keep you feeling full for longer periods of time. And I just love it. It's so yummy. Plus, if you have not joined the avocado toast and Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning revolution, then what exactly are you doing with your life? Today's video is sponsored by the Vital Farms Chicken of the Month, Tranquil Tina, who likes soft worms and long walks on the beach. That'd be great, wouldn't it, for my first video ever to have a sponsor? Sadly, I'm kidding, but Tina is completely adorable, and I am so grateful for her eggs this morning. I wanted to show you that I got some shell in the egg in the pan, and then I broke the yolk trying to get it out, because this is real life, and sometimes you have to live with these shards of eggshell that life throws your way. I also wanted to share the ingredients in the guacamole: avocados, vinegar, traces of water, jalapenos, salt, onion, and garlic. I try to use fresh ingredients when I can, but sometimes I just don't have that option. And when that happens, I try to buy ready-made products with the smallest number of ingredients on the list and with the most recognizable words on that list. This particular product does have some sodium in it, but it's a relatively healthy option in a pinch. So this is my brunch. and it was so good. I really loved it. After brunch, my youngest son woke up and we watched an episode of Community together and snuggled on the sofa. For my workouts, I usually enjoy yoga or taking a walk around the neighborhood, but right now, with my knee the way it is, I wasn't able to do that. All I did was watch a video for meniscus tear stretches, and I did a few of those and some arm weights. At about 4 p.m., I started to get hungry for dinner. I had some coconut shrimp left over from last night because I seriously overbought for a New Year's Eve celebration for just 4 people. So my husband made these in the air fryer that my mom got me for Christmas, and I made a big salad to go with them. If anyone has any favorite air fryer recipes, I'd love to hear about them. We resisted this trend for a very long time because we just didn't think we would use it, and now I love it. I mean, it's only been a week, but I do love it. The first thing I made was just some chicken nuggets, and they came out perfectly. And I cannot wait to make French fries in it. So I made my salad with some cabbage and some spinach. Cabbage is very interesting. It's one of the oldest known vegetables, and it's relatively inexpensive, and it has a ton of health benefits. And during the Middle Ages, it was called the drug of the poor, specifically for those 2 reasons. It's high in fiber and water content, which is great for digestion. It also has vitamin C and vitamin K, which is great for heart health. Spinach, of course, is another powerhouse when it comes to heart health. It has potassium and magnesium. It's anti-inflammatory, and it's a great source of inorganic nitrate, which studies suggest may help prevent heart disease. So I wash my veggies in the sink with water and vinegar. Sometimes I'm such a rock star and I do this as soon as I get home, but most of the time that doesn't happen. So I just wash them when I need them. So in order to go with this salad, I made a very simple salad dressing. I cut up some garlic, and then I added some olive oil and some red wine vinegar, and then just a little salt and pepper. I put it in this mason jar and then shook it up, and that was our salad dressing. And then to my salad, specifically, I added some sunflower seeds, which I really love for that extra crunch that they give. And I also love the way that they cling to the salad dressing. This shrimp was so good. I can't say enough about it, and I believe the air fryer was definitely the way to go in preparing this dish. I had mine with a little mustard, which, I mean, I just really love mustard, but my husband was quite appalled by this situation. Then after dinner, I watched the Harry Potter 20th anniversary special, which was amazing. And then I had a small portion of this Cadbury chocolate bar, which I got in my stocking this year. And then I took a long hot shower and I crawled into bed early to start on my first book of 2022, which is The Upside of Unrequited. And that's it. That was my day. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be posting once a week, so I'll see you next week.